Shalom. I'm the brother Quatazap Sayan, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahushai with another lesson. But before I go on, I want to say Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth and who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Gone, Akim. So, I was going through my news articles, and the first thing that popped up was this man. Thousands gather for mostly peaceful protests. They save me, protesters protect a lone cop. 2 Buffalo police officers charged with assault. George Floyd honored at memorial in NC. Floyd's protest and Trump's response gave Washington a week it wouldn't soon forget. So all these articles sparked a thought in my mind, sparked the scriptures in my mind. Because this is sedition, man. Sedition among men. They are rising up against the government. They're rising up against their authorities, because of the wickedness in how this kingdom is being ruled. You see? But of course, you had these Uncle Toms that want to protect the cops, that want to protect these so-called white people, which they're really red people. Their biblical name is Hebrew Edomites, So this is prophecy, man. Prophecy which is coming to pass. 2 Buffalo policemen charged for shoving 75-year-old protester. Yeah, man, that's another one that sparks let me see if I can find it real quick. It's all through the spirit. Bear with me for a second. I can't find it real quick. Let me see if I could find it through Google. Bear with me for a minute. Deuteronomy 28 and 50. Lucky for taking that long. Gone. This is it. Deuteronomy 28 and 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Gone. So that's what sparked into my mind when I just now am reading this, because their fierce countenance, that's their military might, their iron teeth. And what is a subtraction of that? That's their authority as policemen, as police officers. You see? So this is the nation that we're dealing with, these Edomites. They don't regard the old. Gone. And going back to the thousands gather for the peaceful protest. Now it's still peaceful, but what they're doing is they're rousing up a racial war, Let me go to the scriptures. 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. You see, that's the race wars. That's the wars within these nations themselves. You know, when there's a famine, then people will not regard their neighbor, and swords in their hands. Cons, they're gonna plunder their own neighbors. You understand? Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. You see, sedition among men, meaning they're not going to regard the authorities. And invading one another, God, they're going to invade each other's house when the famine comes, when they're going to seek for shelter. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. God, that's the authorities. They're not going to listen to them because they have been ruling in wickedness, you know? As how the king is, that's how the people are themselves. You see? So the people, when the wicked rule, the people mourn it. You understand? But when the righteous rule, then everybody's at rest. Everybody's at ease. Let's see. God, this is Sirach 10 and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. God. But these people are not well ordered. Yeah, they're well ordered in doing wickedness. They're coming with the stupid plan to, issue a new world order in. And that's the most stupidest plan ever, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is looking at him like, you wanna to use this, this is your grand scheme, this is your grand plan. You want to make a new world order, enslave everybody. And then Yahweh is gonna send his son Yahweh Shai to break down this kingdom, man. God, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. God, crooked. They're how you call it? Crooked cops. You know, these you see what these cops did to George Floyd. You see? So as the judge of the people is himself, that's speaking about Trump. You know, that's the government, that's the judge. So are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are they that dwell therein. God, let's make America great again. You know, that's what he's constantly promoting. Verse 3. And an unwise king destroyed his people. God, he's destroying that. Yeah, they're meant for destruction also. They're meant for the sword. But he's further leading them into destruction and damnation with making America great again. You know, he's practically putting a KKK mask upon all these people. They'll be becoming bold with their remarks. But through the prudent of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. God, the prudent, let's go into the word prudent. Prudent meaning wise. God, prudent, it's an adjective. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future. God, these people, they don't think about the future, man. You know, Esau is made to, he's the destroyer of the earth. You know, everything what he does pollutes the earth. So he's not thinking about the future. He's not prudent. Come on, let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 19 and 2. For this is what Yahweh said. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That's what Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai prophesied. That's what he said, you know, and his word is not going to return to him void. So what's going to happen is that these people are going to rebel against the authorities, and afterwards, when the military might come, the martial law comes, you know, they're going to be forced to invade their neighbors' houses. You know, they're going to be forced to invade their own brothers, their neighbors. city against city and kingdom against kingdom. And what does the scripture say? Matthew Matthew 12 and 25. Because a kingdom that's divided against itself, as Matthew 25 is like a Matthew 12 and 25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Gone. Because these Edomites, they hate each other. You know, they're against each other. Because Russia, England, and America, all of them are Edomites. But the mother is going to hate the daughter. The mother is speaking about the UK. England is going to hate America for what they're doing. And Russia has their ICBM missiles pointed towards America. But all these three, they're one nation of people. So if they're divided against each other, then they can't stand. And even so, the inhabitants of America, they're against each other. You know, so they can't stand. They're not standing behind what this Trump guy stands for. You got a part that stands behind him, but you got the other part that doesn't stand behind him. So that kingdom, let's read it again, every Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. So that's what's going to happen to America. They're going to be made desolate. You see? So these words are not void. These are the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, spoken by the prophets. And his words are not going to return void unto him. You see? The scriptures are 100%. Though it tarry, wait for it. You know, it might look like it's tarrying, but now you see the men of the Lord are seeing that the prophecies are popping off left and right. You know, these people don't know what's going around. These people don't know what's going on around them. But we know, we see, we expect these things to happen. You know, so we are not off balance, because Isaiah 33 and 6 says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. You see, and because we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, then we are not moved because of our faith. We have faith that we shall be saved, that we shall be beamed up in the time of the ICBM missiles when America is going to be burnt down. You see, because the Holy Scripture said that that's our comforter, that's the comfort that we get through the Holy Scriptures. Gone. So let me go to the book of 2nd Ezra, 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. God, and how do you measure the time? With these scriptures, with these prophecies. You're marking off these prophecies that's coming to pass. You know, let me get a quick precept. This is Habakkuk 2 and 11. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. God, these prophecies are speaking. These prophecies are popping off the wall. You know, because in that time the prophecies were written in stone, engraved in stone on a wall, you know, or on a tablet. You see, for the stone shall cry out of the wall. So the prophecies are gonna be popping off left and right. And the beam out of the timber shall answer it. And the beam out of the timber, that's speaking about when you're writing with a pencil, it's from wood, you know, and that's gonna answer the prophecies. You see, so these prophecies shall and must come to pass. Gone. Second Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, by who? By the mouth of the prophets, from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the men of the Lord, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be earthquakes are popping off left and right also. You got in Jamaica, you got earthquakes, you got in India, you got earthquakes all over the world, And uproars of the people in the world. What is this? This is uproars. People are gathering together against their government. People are gathering together against the police. People are gathering together against Washington, D.C. You see, their authorities are being arrested, being held captive, being put to jail. So all these things must come to pass. Therefore, verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Gone. So all of these things are signs that the Most High is going to visit the world. And when he's going to visit the world, he's not going to bring cotton candy and flowers. He's going to come to put wickedness unto an end. Like in the time of Noah, when they were drinking and marrying with each other. Then suddenly the destruction came. That's how it's going to be in this same manner. That people are not going to expect it, but the men of the Lord are going to expect it. The prophets are going to expect it. And the 1/3, because you have people that are believing in this, but don't go to the highways and byways to prophesy. So the prophets shall be saved, the elect, first of all, shall be saved, the 1/3, and the innumerable multitude. Those are the people that are going to be saved. But the rest are going to be made desolate. Gone. So this was just a quick video about the uproars of people and the sedition that's being portrayed in the news, that you see in the news. So with that, I hope this video was edifying. And I want to say, Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Rekakodash, Shalom Akim.